Welcome back to the Channel Collective. I have a special channeled message. For those of you who it may resonate with, please take this message, and I hope it is of some use to you. For those of you who it may not be for, please don't try to make anything fit. This may be, something that you need to hear as well, but may not apply to you currently. But yeah, I pulled some oracle cards, and the first ones came out were from our Secret Language of Light oracle deck, and the first one is called Soul Name. Okay. Then you have card number 45 is Let Your Light Shine, and the first card was card number 1, by the way. I pulled a couple of cards from the Yin Yang oracle deck. We got Release, Surrender, and Purge here. Then we got Closed Off, Guarded, and Resistance. Okay. So the first card talks about soul name. This is something that I hear about remembering who you are and where you come from, not forgetting who you are. Okay. Let your light shine, very much in the same energy of not forgetting that special part of you, the light inside of you, that, is needed right now in the world, okay? It's very unique to you, okay? There's nobody else that shines quite like you, is what I'm hearing Spirit say. All right, I've shuffled my decks. Holy Spirit, please let me receive this message clearly, and for the collective to be received clearly. Archangel Michael, thank you for your protection of my mind and spirit, and it's also the protection of the mind and spirit of the collective. Serapis Bay, keep it light, bright, you know what I like. Saint Germain, please transmute any negative energy to positive energy and light for the collective. Thank you. Okay. Right away, I'm getting this feeling like being hard. It's like it's hard to breathe almost, like a heaviness on my chest all of a sudden. Okay. Something heavy pressing down, squeezing almost, or somebody's sitting on you. Okay. Interesting. First card that came out was the Ace of Wands in reverse. Then the Temperance card came out in reverse, and the Wheel of Fortune. Something is changing for you, for sure, in your favor. An ending to something, an imbalance of some sort. Something that made you feel very much dispassionate is what I'm hearing. Made you feel maybe a lack of creativity, drive, passion, sexual energy, maybe even Kundalini as well. Something was not coming together in this aspect here. This closed off feeling, this guarded feeling comes for something about, and that's confirmation, something about sexual energy is kind of what I'm getting. Then you got the Wheel of Fortune. That's going to change for you. Okay, let's get more. Yeah, you got the Moon in reverse. Some things are coming to the surface that you no longer are afraid to face. Okay. The Hangman, Eight of Swords in reverse. Strength. Okay. Yeah. You have definitely taken a look. You have done some reflecting, taken a look at yourself and looked at things from different perspectives is what I'm hearing. You've gotten out of your head about whatever this blockage is that you're having. Okay. You are having a lot of patience and grace with yourself and the things that you have struggled with is what I'm hearing as well. You're not thinking about this in such a negative way anymore. Whatever this is that's blocking you about your sexual self, kind of what I'm getting. Yeah. Yeah, you got the lovers at the bottom of the deck here. Somebody may be coming in here to turn this energy around for you and help you and be patient with you. And they'll have a lot of patience and compassion. Okay, I get the sense that maybe you have not experienced that in the past. It's made you guarded and resistant. Okay. The Nine of Pentacles in reverse, the Hermit in reverse, and Judgment in reverse. Okay. The Nine of Pentacles, to me, it talks about very independent kind of energy. So in reverse, maybe it's like a codependent kind of energy, something that you may be aware of about yourself that you've had, that you have maybe sealed yourself away and been very antisocial for quite a long time is also what I'm getting, because you know that people have maybe not fairly judged you, or you would maybe have avoided looking at the things that you needed to work on for your independence and the healing and the critiques you needed to give yourself. Yeah. This is the work, okay, that you needed to do to avoid, that you were avoiding, to be independent, to even get back to this passion. It's very much tied to your independence and kind of like a pride or something to be, proud of that you've been needing to work on, okay? What I'm getting. You got the Eight of Cups in reverse at the bottom of the deck. Okay. Let's get a little bit more. Just kind of came out sideways. Eight of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Somebody wants to come towards you. Something wants to come towards you, a message maybe. Maybe some kind of an idea. You have the Six of Swords come out kind of sideways. It's kind of crossing these three cards before. So it's almost like you've moved on from this energy here. Okay. You have started to reveal and not afraid of those things that your shadow self, you may have done some shadow work. Okay. Then you had the Knight of Cups came out. This could have been somebody in your energy or you that had like a distorted kind of a view of love and what it means. This kind of feels like a clingy kind of, even a hero kind of complex kind of energy, fantasy, fallacy, okay, that maybe you had about love or the role you play in the relationship you've had. What I'm getting, you had that 8 of Wands at the bottom. Maybe you're starting to see clearly yourself. I really haven't gotten anybody else in this reading. I don't really feel that yet. But like so far, this is all you. Just some more. Chariot, 2 of Wands, 9 of Wands. Okay. Yeah, you have definitely got some clarity, it feels like, and drive and some kind of ambition, that you have found that spark in yourself again, that you have that passion back. You got the King of Wands come out here, okay? You matured quite a bit from this. And maybe you're reconnecting with that masculinity, whether you're a male or a female, that power, that masculine power, that maturity, that authority, that comfortableness in someone's skin to, move in a much more sexual, much more confident kind of energy is what I'm hearing, to move towards people. Whereas before you had this 9 of Wands here, you may have felt overwhelmed by the thought of that kind of passion and connecting, okay, is what I'm getting. You may be feeling very overstimulated at times when you get into kind of intimate situations, is what I'm feeling too, because it's been a long time. That's what I'm getting. Any more? Oh, okay. So you got the Devil came out. Something about some kind of bad, toxic kind of thoughts you have about sex. That you fight because of the value people place in it. About how people place this over your value as a whole. You fight with that notion. That's how you kind of view that. This is a blockage. This is a major kind of blockage here. This is kind of even the crux of what you've been feeling, because in the past you may have had connections that have placed the physical connection over the value as a whole that you provide, okay? Not just your flesh. And this is a major conflict for you with the 5 of Swords here. This very toxic way that other people have treated you, it's caused you to also kind of view it in this way, and that's making you resistant to connecting in that way, is what I'm getting. I think this is very much majorly part of, you got the Ace of Cups at the bottom here. You got something new coming in, an opportunity in love that's going to wash all of that away, I think. It's just going to wash all of that away and let you, be yourself, to release that notion is what I'm hearing. So let's get some more. Queen of Cups. Two of Cups. Knight of Pentacles. Interesting. Yeah, you've been working on this for a while. You've been working on this for quite a while, and you are always compassionate. You've been a compassionate, nurturing, caring person, as well as someone that can be about the details and work oriented. And you got both of these queens came out back to back here. Okay. It's like you're the total package. Okay. This is a very heart-based and practical energy together in you, which is awesome. Very balanced. Then you got the Two of Cups. This is about a partnership here, a bond, a union. Like I said, you have the Ace of Cups showed at the bottom of the deck. Someone coming in, but you're going to take your time this time. I could tell. You're going to take your time on this connection. Okay. With the Knight of Pentacles coming out there. So another deck. Actually, I'll do this one first. Tell us more about this release, guarded blockage. You got the Five of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah. Page of Cups, Ten of Cups in reverse. Yeah, you're coming out of this energy of lack. And yeah, you've learned a lesson here. You definitely have a more positive outlook on this whole challenge, this whole tribulation, and you are feeling very possible. You're looking at the possibilities that are coming towards you because you are a very spiritually sensitive person. You're very romantic. You always have been. Okay. This sense of distrust and these struggles and love that you've had. Okay. They're not long for you anymore. You've been through quite enough. Yeah, the Ten of Swords in reverse at the bottom of the deck. Yeah. You're definitely recovering from this mindset. Okay, is what I'm getting. Again, I see this as all as you here. This is very much a self-focused read, I see. Judgment. Queen of Pentacles again. Yeah. You have definitely gone through a transformation. You have been awakened for sure. Again, the moon. Maybe dealing with a water sign, a Pisces. You may be a Pisces. That's what I'm getting. You have ascended is kind of what I'm getting. Definitely a lot of forgiveness that you've given yourself, a lot of grace, because you are abundant. You've been focusing on the work. This actually came out in reverse, the moon again. Second time it came out in reverse, that you're releasing those fears and those insecurities, that you're getting rid of those, okay? Something else came out in here. It looked like it was face up. Can't find it. There it is. Strength. Strength was face up in here too. Yeah. You've been very grace. You have a lot of grace and courage. It's very subtle, your power, but it's very undeniable. I think sometimes people forget, and you forget how strong you are. Okay. Give me more. Ten of Wands in reverse. Yeah, this burden you've been carrying, it's definitely been burning you out. You've been very stressed out. Okay. You got the King of Pentacles in reverse here. And the Sun in reverse here. Feels like that somebody has been a little reckless because of how they've been feeling behind this. Trying to mask this pain with material things and overindulgence is kind of what it feels like. Magician is at the bottom. The deck here. Tell me more. Something you need to release. Yeah. In a healthy way. King of Cups. Knight of Cups in reverse. Knight of Swords in reverse. Yeah, this is definitely other people here. When the sun in reverse came out, that's when I started to see other people. The King of Pentacles in reverse. These feel like past relationships, maybe. King of Cups. Knight of Cups in reverse. Knight of Swords. These are the kind of people that you've interacted with before. Emotionally manipulative, maybe liars. They started off as one thing and ended up being something else. This is the source of your apprehension here is what I'm getting. Yeah. The Nine of Swords came out. Definitely gave you a lot of anxiety. And a Nine of Wands in reverse. Yeah. Paranoid, yeah. It's two nines back to back right there. September 9th may be significance for somebody. There's a Five of Wands in reverse. Queen of Cups. Yeah, so these relationships that you've been in have definitely caused you a lot of pain and stress and been very overwhelming. It's caused you to really just kind of like avoid that kind of energy at all costs. Maybe has stopped you from accepting love offers. And you have this Ten of Swords in the reverse that came out again. You have this Death card in reverse that came out too. That you don't want to change. You're holding on to that transformation that's happening, that you've been kind of delaying it. You got the Queen of Cups though that came out as well as the Seven of Pentacles. So this transformation has been a long time coming. It may have taken several years is what I'm seeing. Several relationships, several years. Kind of like a stop and start kind of situation, this work that you've been doing to put all this lesson together. But through it all, you've been very graceful and very compassionate. And you know why it's happening is for your greater good, yeah. Okay, let's change decks. Let's go to this last deck. Give me more spirit. Ace of Pentacles. Got the Ace of Pentacles here, came out. You got the the Page of Wands in reverse. And then you got the High Priestess in reverse. Somebody that was not listening. or you were not paying attention to the signs about who somebody was before. That's what I'm getting. When you got a new opportunity, you didn't see signs. Four of Cups, got a lack of sadness about that. Something that you should have seen. About how small this offer was, maybe. How unrealistic in a way. Yeah, you got the Ace of Swords in reverse. Yeah. You saw through the confusion, though. You were able to see through it and not be fooled past that initial kind of like, aha. Yeah, and it came to an end. It seems to be this pattern here that you see it. Yeah, Ace of Cups in reverse. Wow. You'll see the bullshit and you'll dead it. You are good. You look like you have mastered the art of detachment, basically, from these relationships you've been in, that you know walking away is a lot of times the best thing you can do for yourself. Yeah. You've been working on things, though. You've been working. Feels like you have somebody maybe that wants to work with you. Damn. It's bringing you a little bit of anxiety again. Keep going over this again in your head. These failed relationships that you've ended and walked away from. It brings you anxiety to work with somebody or to, yeah. Feels like you may benefit from speaking with somebody, a professional therapist. It's kind of what I'm getting from this energy here with the Eight of Swords in reverse and the Three of Coins here. Speaking with a professional, couples counseling, or just a one-on-one kind of counseling about this. Okay. This brings you such anxiety to get past this blockage. Okay. Because the whole thing is definitely some kind of intimacy kind of blockage is what I'm getting from this read about past relationships, how you have been thinking and reflecting about the way you view yourself as a sexual being, okay? And being able to let your light shine and be free and release, because it feels like you are very, like, pinched in a way. You're very resistant to let go and be fully in the moment with somebody intimately, okay? And Spirit is telling me that you've been doing the work. It's been a long process. This has been a very big blockage. It's a very big blockage. Your sacral chakra, okay, is what I'm getting. It's blocked. So you might need to do some very targeted and specific kind of exercises and meditative therapy, professional therapy to get past this. Going forward is what I'm getting from Spirit, okay? If this message resonated with you, please let me know in the comments below. And thank you again for joining me on this intuitive journey that I'm on. And again, my name is Al with Alchemical Arcana, and I'm so glad that you have been here and have showed support. Thank you again. Make sure you like, share, subscribe to the channel, okay? And I'll see you in the next video.